What's up, and welcome to 5280 Film Room.
We're a Colorado sports podcast by fans for fans.
Please subscribe, rate, and review, and also follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
You can also email us your input, questions, and ideas at 5280filmroom@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening. Hey guys, thank you so much for listening to 5280 Film Room. I'm Alyssa.
I'm Gideon.
I'm Miles.
And I'm Jordan.
And we are back with you after a couple month hiatus. I'm excited to talk some Rockies, probably a little Nuggets and Broncos as well. Over the past couple months, it was very, very busy with NHL and NBA, and then things got a little quiet there for the Rockies, and then they went on a bit of a hot streak throughout, especially the early weeks of June. And last night had a great game breaking that horrible loss streak against the LA Dodgers.
Yeah, they were on a 12-game losing streak against the Dodgers, which that's the team we're chasing in the division, so it's a little embarrassing. But they won.
Does that go all the way back to last season too?
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
If we played them,
I
games
didn't. I don't know. I said I'm very.
We play because we play 18 games against each team in the division. So
I mean, we're halfway
it
through,
does.
It had to
we're
have
halfway through
yeah.
the season, so.
Right? So it probably does. But we finally beat them.
We did it, guys.
Like, I thought this might
So
be the season.
If John Gray can continue what he's been doing lately,
Yeah.
do we have a chance to win
Because
tonight?
tonight is Gray and Kershaw, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, last night we played Hyunjin Ryu, who is the league leader in ERA right now. It's like,
Okay.
that was shocking that we actually put up that many runs. I thought if the Rockies were going to win, it was going to be like a 2-1
I think
game.
they pulled him in the 4th or 5th inning.
Yeah, because he gave up
So,
7 or 8 of those runs.
Really?
Yeah.
That many?
In the 5th
Yeah.
inning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rockies just went off.
Yeah, because I was eating that they had 8 runs, and they pulled them in the middle of that inning.
Dang.
Which, that's nuts. 8 runs in an inning.
So I think it's completely probable that the Rockies win tonight. I also said the Nuggets would win against the
Trailblazers.
against the
Yeah.
Trailblazers in 5. So I don't know if you should trust anything I say, but I think it's completely probable the Rockies
Are
can
we
win tonight.
summer sports stupid right now?
So I am literally have been the most worthless, ill-educated sports fan all summer.
Quick,
I suck.
who's the Broncos head coach?
Vic Fangio! And
all right.
apparently he is very, very well liked thus far in the, not training camp. What comes before training camp? This is a problem, people. OTAs. OTAs went great. People like Vic Fangio. I also know from the Instagram that Emmanuel Sanders and Philip Lindsay train together a lot.
Boom.
And I enjoy those videos. That's all I got, people. That's literally it.
Who are the Rockies All-Stars?
Nolan Arenado is a starter. And then Trevor Story and Charlie are
Okay.
Charlie.
Yeah, see?
are alternates.
You know what's going on.
What is it when you're not a starter?
I mean,
Just-
they're in the dugout. They're on the team.
They're on the team. They'll play.
Because
Everyone
an alternate
plays,
would be
right?
like if somebody didn't play, you would go to the All-Star game.
I literally
So,
thought you were going to say if
If
somebody
you had,
died.
a flu game
If somebody...
All-Star game.
That too.
Yeah.
If somebody died.
It's a little dark,
Yeah.
though. I don't anticipate that happening.
Yeah, so we have 3. Should have
And
been
then-
5.
After the series against the Dodgers, we played the Astros.
When do we play the Yankees? I know that's coming up.
That's kind of a
Is
big
that-
deal, right? Because we only play the Yankees like once every 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We play DJ fucking LeMahieu.
Yeah,
Who is
screw that
just-
guy.
I'm
He's killing it out there.
Every
I know.
time my little phone buzzes and it's a Bleacher Report and I see DJ LeMahieu, my initial response is Rockies news. And I'm like, oh, exciting. And then I read it and I'm like, man, good for DJ. And then it takes me a second to
Right.
remember
That's
that's
the
not
Yankees.
that it's about the Yankees now, which sucks.
And he's been so good.
Killing
Which
it.
I do think it was the right move not re-signing him just because we have so much infield talent.
Yeah.
But still, I'm happy for him, but it still kind of hurts a little bit that he's doing so well in New York.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, he could be here.
You gotta wish him well, but the fan inside of you is definitely like,
dying.
Screw the
slowly.
Yankees. They're just
Right.
Well, right. I kind of wish he was crushing it for like a less obnoxious team that I could then
Oh, yeah.
become invested in. But I'm not gonna be a Yankees fan. I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh no, I'll follow the Yankees since DJ's there. No, they're one of those teams that like, ew.
Yeah.
They're too cool. They're too popular. I want nothing to do with them.
Like, when was the last Yankees-Rockies game you guys went to?
I
went to one-
don't think I've ever been.
Never.
15, 20 years.
Yeah, I went to one a couple years ago, and it was embarrassing. It was like 70% Yankees fans.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Worse than the Celtics games you guys went to?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Because that was at least, I would say
Kinda
that was close to
50-50.
50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, like, I'd never seen Coors Field that full during a regular season game, and it was because there were so many Yankees fans. They're just so irritating. I
Despicable.
can't stand
It's
them.
horrible
Yeah, I
listening to we were listening to the Rockies Dodgers game on the radio yesterday because we were driving up to Golden, and how loud the Dodgers fans are. I'm like, when the opposing team scores in your stadium, it shouldn't be this loud audible cheer you hear through the radio broadcast.
Right.
No, not okay.
Right? Because they hit a home run, and, like, the crowd
You
went
would've
crazy.
thought we were in
like,
LA.
what?
It's like,
Yeah, no,
We're playing at Coors Field. That's not right.
not cool.
it's the downside of being in the middle of the nation. Everyone's
And people
fans
want to
are
travel
already
here for fun. Like now it's like, oh, we're gonna make a destination trip. Denver's cool.
We can go get
we'll
high.
go to a game. We're gonna hit up 15 dispensaries, and then fly back to Utah or wherever.
Well, the Rockies have never really been good, except for the last couple of years. So, like, they don't have a fan base, except
Hey,
for people in
2007,
Denver.
bro.
That was magic in a bottle. Like,
It was.
they had to win like 15 of 16 games just to make the playoffs.
All the true natives are Rockies fans, but we're not the obnoxious, like,
I know.
fly across the country to watch you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You guys.
Jordan and I
Speaking of
100%
which.
are. We flew into Philadelphia, watched the Rockies play the Phillies, and we rented a car and drove to Pittsburgh and watched the Rockies play the Pirates. And Philly was fine. It was not very. I did
Who
not.
had the better stadium?
Pittsburgh
Oh,
by
yeah.
a jillion miles. PNC
Philly
Park
was
is
nice, but-
gorgeous. The staff is insanely amazing.
Well, like,
The usher that showed us to our seats, we were all decked out in our Rockies gear, and he's like, "Oh, so glad you're visiting. Have you been here before?" "No, sir, we have not." "Oh, go to guest relations. They'll give you your first time visitor packet." And it's all of this
They're like your
cool
concierge.
memorabilia. Yes, I was like, we don't do that at Coors Field.
well, they had this weird, like, beer stand where, not just beer, but, like, you go and buy a drink, you take your drink just out of the cooler
You were
or whatever,
absolutely mind-blown
and then
by
you
this.
put it on a scale,
and
then
it knows what it
by
is.
the weight of it, it knows what you're buying, and then you
Nice.
just put your card in the machine. Like, you don't talk to anybody, like, you just
That's
grab
pretty
your
cool.
beer, put it on a scale, pay for it, and then you're done.
Interesting.
It was fantastic.
They had, like,
Is it
30
just like
different
12
options.
ounce beer, or is it like
No,
Corona
it's
extra light?
literally
It was cans and bottles,
15 kinds
yeah.
of beer,
It was-
3 different flavors of White Claw. It was great. Mass
It was
variety.
so
Everyone's
weird.
on White Claw
Very
now.
convenient.
Where did this come
I'm literally drinking. I have both
'cause
a
it's
raspberry
no calories,
and a
no
natural
carbs.
lime in front of me right now because I'm almost done with my raspberry. I don't know what it is. It doesn't even taste that good, but it gets you a little buzzed
They
real
taste
quick.
amazing. They taste
And then
And it's no
it's
carbs.
just very refreshing.
grapefruit and mango all the way.
For sure. I ran out of those earlier today.
They're the best ones.
It's like magic, though. Like, how does it have that
Well,
much
and there's-
alcohol
there's-
content and it's got
that's
no
what
calories
gets
and
me.
no carbs?
Is one of these, and I'm like, okay, that's the
All right.
equivalent of 2 beers.
White Claw at baseball is amazing. We can all agree on that.
Yes.
Back to real baseball.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Wait, we're
So
not a
we-
we're not
Are
a
we
White Claw
sponsored
podcast.
by White Claw now?
Everyone is. Anyway, Rockies. You were saying that there should have been 5 going to the All-Star game. What other 2 would you have wanted, Jor?
Marquez and David Dahl, for sure.
Gotcha.
Baby arms.
Yes. I mean, he is.
Didn't he
he's
have a-
easily one of the best outfielders in the National League.
Did he have a
But he doesn't
Grand
have that
Slam a
name.
couple weeks ago? Who had the Grand Slam?
I think it was Dahl.
Yeah, he did. And his defense is. It's better than Charlie was in center field,
For sure.
but it's still just average at best.
You're like, ah.
But he is one of the best offensive players that the Rockies have.
I feel
Marquez
like
definitely should have.
we always have really good bats, and then we always have like decent pitchers, and then it's like flip of a coin each year on whether or not we're gonna be like good fielding.
Yeah. I mean, they're pretty consistent with their fielding, I feel like.
At third base, yeah.
Yeah. Third base and shortstop.
Like
Yeah.
outside of first base, the most
I
important.
mean, you go from Tulowitzki to Story, like that's a pretty good transition.
Yes.
But the right side of the
Yes.
infields, yeah, you're right. I mean, it hasn't been that bad this year.
But even
defensively-
ultimately, it comes to like David Dahl could create a big name for himself by becoming a great center fielder or a good center fielder for that matter. Like,
And in baseball, like it just takes a couple years too.
I know,
Like you have to
just kinda
establish
how
your brand.
we were spoiled with DJ LeMahieu for what 7-8 years, and similar to that, we had Dexter Fowler. It was like we got a dude that can literally run the whole outfield.
Yeah.
We don't even need these two other guys back there. Like now we're cheating in the
Right? Because
But-
David Dahl, he has the speed. He just doesn't take the right angles.
Right.
That's something he'll learn
You
over
gotta
time.
learn how to read
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
wind and
Because he doesn't have Dexter Fowler speed, but he's pretty
Right.
close to it, I
Right.
think. And he has a lot more power. So he could become... He's almost a five-tool player. Not quite, but he's almost a five-tool
on his
player.
way.
Yeah.
On his way.
Oh, yeah.
But we're a super young team, and it's kind of like the Nuggets. Like, there's only good things gonna happen here on out, and then locking down Arenado before the season started, like that just takes so many
Oh, yeah.
stresses or variables out of the equation. So
Yeah, we don't have to deal with that
it should be
drama. Lockdown Marquez for, I think it was like a 3 or 4 year deal, which
Nice.
that was a steal for the
Oh,
Rockies.
yeah.
$9
Very
million a
smart
year
move.
for one of the best pitchers in baseball right now.
Oh yeah.
Like, that was awesome.
For sure.
And Kyle Freeland, he's been in the minor leagues for a month now.
Well,
And
he had
it's
surgery.
playing-
not looking-
He had surgery.
Yeah.
He's playing so poorly in the minors.
I had such good.
I know.
We
I was
literally
expect-
all, our last podcast were like,
Like him and Tyler Anderson had the surgery. Not
yes,
Freeland.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Tyler Anderson
Yeah.
had the
I was
surgery.
getting them mixed up.
Freeland's down in the
But
minors.
both of
What?
them, yeah.
Where is Tyler Anderson? Is he still
He's
a
done.
Rocky?
He's done for the season.
Okay.
Mhm. When Freeland, like he had that blister on his finger earlier in the season, which definitely affected him, but
Just
should
hasn't
be
been the
healed
same.
by now. I was expecting him
He's
to regress
having-
a little bit this year, but like he's looked bad.
I mean,
He
he's
was awful.
obviously in like a very clear bad place psychologically. Like there's no other explanation for going from pitching so well to so poorly. Like he is all up in his head.
It's a head case. Huh?
Yep.
So they offered Freeland the same contract that Marquez signed, and he said no. So I wonder how much that plays into it. Like if he was trying too hard to prove that I'm the best pitcher on the team,
And then
I
he
need to be
didn't get
paid
an
like
offer
the
that
best.
he wanted,
Yeah,
and now he's like moping around.
yeah.
I didn't get paid.
Or his
Suck it up.
or his
Pitch even
agent
better.
talked him into turning it down. He wanted to take it. Turned it down because that was the smart thing to do from a business standpoint, but
Could
can't
be.
get over it emotionally.
Maybe.
It's like his velocity is fine. Seems like his location is fine. I don't really know
Is
what
he
it is.
sandbagging it? Is he purposely pitching poorly?
So he can secretly
Conspiracy
follow
theory.
his dream
Yeah.
to become a
Drama. Everyone
Permanent
wants the
dancer.
drama.
So I don't know.
The simplest answer is usually the right one.
right.
One, he's a contact pitcher. Like, he doesn't strike a lot of people out. And maybe hitters just figured him out. Because it usually takes a year or two
Yeah.
for hitters to actually, like, determine, all right, this
Value.
is what a pitcher does. This is
Yeah.
where they're going to throw. In this situation, this is the pitch they're going to throw. So maybe they just figured him out.
Yeah.
But the fact that he went to the minor leagues and he's still
And even
awful.
these nobodies are still figuring him out.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
It sucks.
I know.
It's sad.
I think he'll be back. I think he'll be back to
I
form.
hope
I
so,
don't know if
and I
it'll be
hope
this
it's like
season,
a really
but
like epic, great redemption storyline of like he comes back and is like better than he's ever been. But that sounds a little Disney plotline to me right now.
Well, he finished fourth in the Cy Young voting last year. For Rockies pitcher to finish that high, that's legit.
Yeah, but
he's
for,
a good we know he's a good pitcher.
That's a massive fall.
It is.
Right.
Because his ERA in May was like, I think it was like 10 or something like that, and that's when they sent him down. But could you imagine, like, if Kyle Freeland gets back to his form and John Gray and Marquez stay where they're at? We have three of the best pitchers.
Senzatella's
in the
been
National
pitching
League.
pretty well, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been
We
solid.
kind of already have like a solid 3.
Mm-hmm.
But adding Freeland back into the mix would be great.
Yeah.
But if he's not capable of
Not
pitching
even
at
close right
the
now.
majors level,
Right.
then yeah.
Not even close.
Because, like, Senzatella, he's a pitcher that he'll give you 5 innings, give up, 2 or 3 runs. But Freeland, he's somebody that can pitch 8 innings and give you 1 run.
Yeah.
So it's like, we need that guy back.
So with like let's say Freeland gets back to what he was pitching like last year, is it still capable for us to push out the rest of this year to catch up 11 games behind the Dodgers? Or are we just like we have to like right now halfway through the season we're a wild card team?
Wild card team,
Yeah.
for sure. If
Lean into that.
I was Vegas, I would say 5,000 to 1 odds the Rockies win the
Right.
division.
I'll put $1 on that.
Because everybody's gonna put $1 on it, and they're like, just take your $1. No
true.
chance. The
That's
Dodgers
true. No.
are the best team in
They're
baseball
so
this
annoying.
year. Like, I don't think there's any
They're
chance
too
we'll catch up
good.
to them.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
It's not even fair.
I know.
at all.
Well, the Rockies have looked good against the Dodgers. Like, the last 4 games before last night, they were tied going into the 9th
super
inning,
competitive.
and they lost.
Yeah,
So it's not like they're getting blown out.
Right.
They just can't beat them.
we did last night, and we're gonna tonight.
Well, they needed an 8-run inning to beat them last night. Like, that's
Jordan,
how desperate they were.
It's not about that.
But it
It's about
happened.
that they
It's
won.
It did.
Yeah.
Like 5th and 6th innings, the Rockies' bats have been really consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
all
the
through
offense
the
has been
year.
great for the last
But like
couple months.
specifically
Yeah.
in like 5 and 6,
The middle
like,
innings, yeah.
We went to what game was that? Was that the Braves?
Yeah.
We had a 6-run 6th inning or something like that, and we still lost. But
because it wasn't
yes,
8.
if you can figure out like what's going on, maybe it's the hot spot because pitchers are starting to get tired and they're hitting their pitch count.
Mm-hmm.
Like that could be a possible reason, and then we rip off 2 or 3 runs, and then we've got 2 or 3 people on base when we got a fresh pitcher coming out, and then you get a couple more RBIs.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, because you definitely, like, pitchers vary game to game, but a batter, the first time you see him is typically the most difficult, but then you kind of remember the last time you faced them and their
Right.
tendencies. So
Right.
as the game goes on, it is fatigue, but it is also, all right, this is how this pitcher is pitching tonight.
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of figure them out. That's why most of the runs in baseball are scored in the middle innings, because that starting pitcher has
Yeah.
gone through the lineup, 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Who's pitching for the Dodgers tonight? Is it Kershaw?
Mm-hmm. It's Kershaw.
Yeah, that's.
Sean
I
Gray.
mean, with what we did to Rio last night,
Well,
like,
Kersh-
let's do that
Kershaw's-
again to Kershaw.
Kershaw's not the type of pitcher that he used to be either.
No.
No.
Like he's definitely like still a good pitcher, but
He doesn't instill
he
that
doesn't have like
innate
the
fear.
command
Yeah.
that he had
No.
like 4 years ago, where it was like he was putting up like 12 strikeout games.
Yeah.
Like what?
'Cause, I mean, he was throwing, 98-mile-an-hour fastballs with a lot of movement.
Yeah.
And now it's like 92 miles an hour, just a little bit easier. He's
Well,
I mean,
that's what he has to dial it back to
Yeah.
make sure he's putting him in the right spots.
Yeah, exactly. And he's still a great pitcher, and he's their 3rd best pitcher. That's what makes him so good. The Dodgers.
He gets to play against the scrub lineups.
Yeah.
We've got all of our starters starting tonight, though, right? Like, I haven't. looked at it.
Story's still out. Rogers is still out.
What happened to Story?
He's got a boo-boo. I don't remember what it was, but
Tell him to
he's
put
he's been
some-
out for
Put some duct tape on it and get back up.
right. So we got McMahon and
Let's see.
Valleca, I'm sure, starting
Tonight we've got Blackman, Tapia, Arenado, Desmond, Reynolds, Hampson, Valleca, Walters, Gray.
And Desmond is finally looking good. It took 2.5 years.
I mean,
but
I
he
feel
actually
like-
looks
There's
good.
something there. Yeah.
Yes, he's redeeming himself.
He's living up to his contract, finally.
I don't know if he's living up to his contract, but he's...
Over the last month or so, he's looked really
Yeah,
good.
but the bar got set really low by him being really, really bad
That's
for
true.
a long time now. So we're just like, you're doing a
Right?
good job. Like, it's not that he's
Did something.
exceptional or absolutely killing it
Most
or the best. Like,
improved
but
player.
I'm like, you're playing baseball effectively. Yay!
I mean, he has the farthest hit home run in baseball this season,
That's true.
and it was the highest exit velocity off the bat this season.
What did he
in
hit?
baseball.
Like 520?
It was close to 500.
Well, some dude put one up in the third deck at like 505 feet
When was
a
that?
couple weeks ago.
Okay, so maybe that broke it. Because when Desmond did it a month ago,
Yeah.
Okay.
and at the time that was the
Yeah, I don't
farthest
know.
one.
I don't think it was against the Rockies, but some dude crushed a 505-foot into the third level of whatever
That's
stadium
nuts.
he was at. It was like,
That's almost 2 football fields.
That's weird. Yeah.
How do you hit a ball that hard that it goes that far?
Well, and if the stadium wasn't in the way, it probably would have gone a lot farther.
Yeah, that's true, right? That's true.
All these darn fans in their chairs.
So yeah, the Rockies still think they're a playoff team this season.
I hope
Definitely
so.
not our
I
division
hope
winner.
so.
I was hoping they would be, but the Dodgers are just too good.
It'll
we
be
just-
fun to see what happens through the All-Star break, and then
When we have 3
That's-
more games against the Dodgers.
that's the way
This
I view
weekend.
every sport. Is like once the All-Star break is hit, like now we're in the real season. Like
Yes.
this is when everyone plays seriously.
Plays hard.
And
That's why I don't like the All-Star game in the middle of the season.
no,
It's the best players in the first half of the season, which is the least important part of the season.
true.
Well,
I mean, like if you look at like all of the main like stars of teams, like they're still like the true all-stars. But
Yeah.
you're right, like that misses out on some other players' opportunities that do get big in the second half of the year.
Yeah.
But that could
Because
be
if you play well in September, that is the last month of the season.
Yeah.
That's the most important time to play well.
yeah,
And you don't get credit for that in next year's All-Star game,
right.
that's true.
You know,
That's
for the
true.
voting. So I don't know. That's just my opinion.
2
'Cause I like the NFL format where they do it after the season, but nobody watches it then.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Exactly. Because I haven't watched the
No.
Pro Bowl in 5 years, probably.
I think I
It's
tuned
like at
in
that
for
point,
like
I'm like,
5
I'm done.
minutes.
That's
and
why
then
I'm like,
yeah.
if I
"Ah, I'm
happen
good."
to be out somewhere and it's on the TV
Well,
at the bar or
lately,
restaurant
like,
I am
yeah.
hanging
like it's
out
not even
in, then
football
I'll
anymore. It's more
slightly
like
watch it.
touch football. Like no
I
one's
know.
It's
trying to
just-
get
The
hurt.
rules are just so
I'm
different.
far more
It's
interested
awful.
in
Even
like
the refs are like blowing it dead. Like oh, you lowered your shoulder and you didn't go down.
Right?
I'm far more interested in the like agility dodgeball crap they do before.
That's
Yes.
so cool.
I
It's
like that
dodgeball.
stuff.
Dodgeball's
I like
awesome.
the dodgeball
Oh, yeah.
and all the weird little challenges. It's like
The relay race.
what was that show on Nickelodeon when we were kids?
Oh,
I grew up with bunny ears.
was it the one with the green goo? that
Yes.
they would do?
The slime?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was it called though?
There was like
Oh.
a
Slime?
there was like
I
a
don't know.
show on Nickelodeon
Yes.
that was all these teams doing like agility competitions, and that's what that reminds me
It's
of
like
when the
American
NFL
Ninja
does
Warrior
that.
for kids.
Yes.
Exactly.
And not nearly as physically taxing or difficult,
Oh.
and lots more of that green
Did you
slimy
guys ever
crap.
see MXC?
No.
It's a Chinese version or Korean or
Oh
Japanese
yes, I
version.
think I have. Yeah. I think
Probably
so.
the best one. Anyways,
So Rockies, good.
Rocky's good.
Rockies,
check.
Rockies equal good. Nuggets, okay. This summer league, what is it? I honestly has never been on my radar before in my life. Do I pay attention to it? What am I
A
paying
week?
attention to? If I do pay attention
5
to
days.
it, what is
I
the
think it's 10
purpose of
days.
the summer
10 days.
league? I need information. Stat, please. Thank you.
I want to say there's
Right
like
now.
7 or 8 games though.
Yeah, like I think it's similar to how like the World Cup is run, where you play like a couple exhibition games, and then everyone gets seeded, and then there's like a bracket tournament.
Is there
you're
a
playing
prize?
like every day. I mean, there's like a small trophy, but like really, it's to determine.
Do you get money?
No, because you're part of like the
It's
professional
more of a
team.
developmental
Okay.
So like
for players and players that didn't get drafted.
When Lonzo Ball was
Okay.
a rookie, he played in Summer League and they won the Summer League championship, Summer League trophy, whatever you want to call it. That tells fans and coaches and everything like, all right, these are the best of the best rookies, like at least as a team standpoint, like we know what value we have in these different positions, and you get a kind of a perspective look on what the NBA talent pool will be, you know, in 5 years.
I gotcha.
So it's not just like I need to play
it's
well
to
for
give
my
these
team.
players a
I need
chance
to play
to
well
showcase
because
themselves
I need to have a
to
career.
help better their future careers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And other teams are like, hey, we got beat by this kid that no one knew about. He
Right.
was
We
drilling
better figure out how
threes.
do we get him.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
If he gets cut,
Scouting.
if
That's
he
kind
gets
of cool
cut,
then. Like, so
like-
it really is for the players.
and the scouts.
Okay.
and the betterment of the league as a whole.
But it's enjoyable for the fans
Right.
because it's always in Vegas. You can fly out there and get a ticket for a game for like $50, and it's
Fun.
held. It's held. Have you ever been to Metro's basketball gym?
No.
Like it's pretty small. Like
Mhm.
when they set up like for gym class, there's like 4 full court basketball courts, but then when they do like Metro State basketball team, they got bleachers that come in, but it almost feels kind of like a high school.
Oh, that's
And
so
that's
fun though.
similar to how it is in
In Vegas.
because
Okay.
I mean they're definitely in like a stadium arena,
Mhm.
but it's not
They're at
anything
what,
like the
UNLV?
Pepsi Center. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
UNLV,
mean,
okay,
they
okay.
might move it to the T-Mobile Arena now that they have that.
Now that
No,
that
that's-
exists.
Yeah.
But tickets are still cheap. You get to see elite athletes,
That sounds
competing.
fun.
but you know, if the
Well,
Nuggets
a
are
lot
your
of the-
team, you're going there. Like we have Vanderbilt's gonna be playing, Goodwin, MPJ, Bol is not playing.
Wait,
And-
okay.
excited
Vanderbilt
to see
is
MPJ.
a player.
Jared Vanderbilt.
I literally keep hearing Vanderbilt, and I'm like, so the school is coming and is a part of this summer league? I'm so confused.
Right.
This is the level of my summer sports
He's
brain
what, a-
problems, you
Power
guys.
He's-
forward.
Swing forward, small or
Yeah.
power.
So
He's
obviously, as a
But
Nuggets
he's
fan,
like 6'9".
Just a smidge under MPJ.
Yeah.
we want to pay close attention to MPJ. See how he's
And
Recovering.
Well, I mean Vanderbilt. I think he in the games he played, he averaged like 4 or 5 minutes.
okay.
Like, he didn't really get substantial playing time, I would say, this year. Like he was on the floor, he had some shots, some free throws, whatever.
When the
But,
game was over.
Yeah, well out of hand.
So this is a
Yeah.
good opportunity for him
For
to
him,
show what
say,
he
hey,
can.
like put the ball in
bring
my
to the
hands.
table.
Like what happens when you play 20 minutes in a game, 25
Okay.
minutes in a game.
Same goes for MPJ.
But yeah, MPJ. Like,
Is it our
where
regular
they at?
coaching staff?
Jordy.
Or is this also
Jordy
like a coach audition?
Jordy Fernandez is coaching.
Who is that?
He's one of our assistant coaches.
Okay. Cool.
So it is, yeah, it's developmental for everyone pretty much.
I wish that they had this for like all jobs.
I mean, they do. It's just not as prolific or like media
Yeah, that's true.
attentive.
That's true. Well, I'm going to pay attention to it.
It's cool
I'm saying that now, so I'm accountable to myself.
because it's like a nice taste in the middle of summer. Like when you get sick of baseball, if you get sick of baseball, it's like, hey, like here's some decent basketball. But that's why I like right now we got Women's World Cup. Like,
Yeah.
this is cool. World Cup doesn't happen every year.
Right.
Got to cheer for your nation and learn
God,
some,
and the
learn a
women's-
sport that you
the
might not be
women's team
watching
is
all the time. Like,
So exceptional.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
when everyone thought we might like France was going to be our hardest competition,
And we already beat them, right?
we beat them yesterday,
Ha ha ha.
2-1.
It's awesome.
But it's also like 100 degrees out there too.
Not awesome. That sounds absolutely horrible.
Yeah, they had their hottest day ever on Friday.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Is that when the game was?
I think they played in the evening.
yesterday.
But during the day.
Playing soccer
Because
in 100
France
degree
is like
heat.
9 hours ahead.
No.
of us or
Run
something like that,
50
10 hours.
miles in 100-degree weather.
Yeah.
No thanks.
Gross.
Right?
thanks.
I'm just excited to see MPJ play. How do you guys think he'll fit into the starting roster? The
Small
Nuggets?
forward.
Like, is he just gonna...
Well, I guess we haven't spoken about Paul Millsap got his team option picked up today.
Oh, yeah.
So he's getting paid $30 million next year. Good job for Paul Millsap.
I'm a little jealous.
I'm extremely jealous.
I would love for my job to reward me for
Like-
my hard work.
I would say like 60% of
Such
me is
fiscal
like,
love.
that is way too much money for this man right now. But then the other 40% is like,
He kind of showed up
like,
last year,
he definitely deserves it, but like, I'm all about paying someone for like what you're going to do, not necessarily what you've done.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of contracts in the NBA is like, all right, well, I just brought you this many championships, like you have to give me X amount of money or whatever.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
look at Kawhi Leonard. There's a lot riding on his career right now because he just won Finals MVP for 2 different teams, 2 different conferences, and he's gonna be a max player. He's gonna be the most paid player in the league. But guess what? If you're paying someone almost $40 million every year for the next 5 years, like, hey, like you got to bring us
You
a
gotta
championship
deliver.
too.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and
Well,
that-
Millsap, he's not on Kawhi's level. I don't think.
No. But he's had a good career, and he's what 32.
33, 34.
So like he's gonna start slowing down. We already know what injuries he's gone through, and it's like if he can't put in another season like he did this last year, that's a lot of money going to someone
It is.
who might not produce at that level.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that they
To-
offered that to him.
To stem
Just-
off...
Unless they know if he's like gonna
Yeah.
be even healthier at the start of this year than he was at the start of last year, great. I'm all for it.
Yeah, because it seems like they don't need him. They have other options.
We do.
Yeah.
But his defensive prowess is definitely missed when he's not playing. And he's
That's true.
very intelligent when it just comes to like normal basketball IQ. So like it's hard to find a player of his ability that's willing to just like play the game the way Jokic likes to play the game. Like, hey, we need to move around.
That's
this
true.
is team
Yeah.
ball. Like anyone that's like 6'9", 6'10", and could jump out of the gym, it's like I'm running this team. That's their attitude. And Millsap, yeah, he played with the Jazz and the Hawks, and he had his
Mhm.
opportunities to like run a team, but he's also been humbled throughout his career to put him in the position where it's like, hey, you can pay me big bucks, but I'm not gonna have to try to be a flashy player or anything like that.
Right, and I wonder how much Jokic was involved in that decision. Like if the team
On the
asked
team
Jokic,
option?
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, they obviously play well together, so
Mhm.
we already know
So
what
it is
we
a
got.
lot of money
So,
for
it's a lot of money, but
a
that's
slightly above average
I think
player.
the expectation is like you take us to like conference finals, basically.
Yeah.
Like you got to fire. You want to get back there again? Like we have the same core team. Let's do it again. Like
What do you guys think of the draft pick?
I think he is very tall.
you think he's very tall?
From my
I don't think it's an opinion. I think it's just fact.
Okay, all right. I'm bummed because I really did intend to do some research and not be worthless today, and that did not happen because I had to do a paper and a presentation for school. So
You should have done it on Bull.
I wish God, right? Been like, sorry, Professor
2 birds,
Anderson,
1 stone.
I have thrown your prompt out the window. Here's what I will be writing on today. So tell me about him. I mean, he's everything I'm seeing via social media is like positive response to the Nuggets making sure they got involved since they didn't have a draft pick and managed to get Bull.
I mean, well, first off, do you think we're going to see him this season?
Maybe. He played.
Maybe after the
So
All-Star break?
he played 9 games at Oregon, and then fractured his foot.
Stress
And
fracture.
You could imagine as like as big of a dude as he is, like
Yeah.
it's probably like
He's
walking around on that and everything. That's
7'2".
7'2", 7'3".
Yep.
That's mixed reports. And
Shoes, no shoes.
he's the son of former NBA player Manute Bol, who was one of the first like tall players that was able to shoot like 3-pointers. But they both have like trebuchet shots where it's just like high
They wind
above
up.
everyone and just like splashes down.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty fun to watch, but
How
as
old
far
is
as,
he?
like, 20.
19,
Oh
20.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
He only played 9 games at Oregon. Like 1 year, he's a freshman. He went.
I keep forgetting in basketball you don't have to go to college
1 year.
for
1 year.
yeah, extended period.
And he was like 6'5" in 7th grade or something. So like everyone always knew he was gonna make it to the NBA. But
Yeah.
a lot of the concerns are he's undersized for how tall he is because he's like 200 pounds. So
But also lower leg injuries throughout the career.
yeah. So
Do you have any concern similar to Greg Oden?
Greg Oden was a big dude. Like he wasn't just tall.
He was-
he was big,
Yeah.
dude. And I don't think it would be anything like that because
Especially with the
Greg
different
Oden
play
was
style.
drafted like number 1 overall. So like
With his knee
so
issue.
like
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
concerned. Not like that. No. So I mean I could see the Nuggets saying, hey, take you an MPJ year or whatever. Like if you want to take the whole year and get healthy, do it. Like it was a great
We're good.
snag for us. We gave up next year's 2nd round pick to get someone who we thought that could help produce on our team. Like, great. You jump a year for development and give up like next year's draft. Like, cool. We don't even
Yeah.
know who's like going to be in the 2nd round of next year's draft. So like,
And we could trade into it again.
yeah, absolutely. So I think it was a great draft move, and I am hopeful that Bol will be able to play significant minutes on our team. But I
Sweet.
don't think he's the type of player that's like gonna change the
Like
the
trajectory
team or
of the
anything. Right.
future
like,
of the team.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh. Or
I
like
gotcha.
the NBA or anything.
Okay.
Watch, we're gonna look back like 10 years from now. Like, Gideon's
I
done
feel
that.
like
Bol Bol is
I
so
already
good.
look back at things that I've said on this podcast like 6 months ago. And I'm like, you're a moron.
Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I hope he does.
Well, what do you think his ceiling and his floor is? Like ceiling, starter, floor,
I would say his
high-end
floor,
bench player?
His floor would probably be, like in his first playable year, I'd say his floor would probably be, I don't know, 40 games at 10 minutes per game. And then
Okay.
his ceiling could be, starter for multiple seasons. I don't know.
Okay.
Cool.
So, yeah, late round second.
Yeah.
Or late second
Yeah.
round pick. Yeah.
But Jokic was like a mid-round second
Exactly.
round, right? Like,
Yeah.
Was it 2 or 3 picks before him? Like 41, 42?
yeah. So, like,
Gosh, if it pans out
Who
half
knows
as
what we
well
have,
as Jokic,
but-
then
when he played
Go
in
Nuggets.
college, he played well. And the only other player taller than him in this draft was Taco Fall. And that
Wait.
That dude, yeah.
that
What was his name?
Taco Fall.
Taco Fall. That's an awesome name. I love that.
How much taller is he?
Like a half an inch. Like,
Yeah.
it's not
okay,
much.
okay.
Yeah, like Bol Bol's wingspan is 7'8".
That's
which is
insane.
I think that's the same as Embiid, right?
I want to say so, yeah.
And Embiid is a great center,
Right.
power forward, but it'd be sweet to see Bol, stretching the floor with Jokic, and then we've got a 7'3" dude that can stroke threes. Like,
yeah.
yeah, that's so. And Michael Porter Jr. Like,
I think the
if
biggest...
Bol is
It's
becomes
exciting
good,
time to be an
Yeah, I think the
Nuggets fan.
biggest
Dangerous.
upside that Bol has is the paint area on the defensive end, though. because of his wingspan, he can clog up the lanes and get more blocks for us.
Block you without
And get more rebounds
jumping.
without
Right.
Rebound.
like
So
Just
when,
by
when we're ready
existing.
to tell Paul Millsap, maybe that's what it was. If Bol
Yeah.
wasn't healthy, we pick up Paul Millsap or
Ooh.
do Paul Millsap.
like I
and then
think
when
there
Paul
is some
Millsap's
correlation
done,
there.
Bol's gonna step right in. And
Right.
clean
But that
up
also
glass.
can help
Develop
lengthen Millsap's season.
Yeah.
Not give him as many minutes.
All right.
So we'll see.
Sweet.
It's exciting times.
Would have been nice to see him in summer league, but
I know the
That's
he's got to beef up still.
That's
He's
early.
He's what 7'2", 210 or something like that.
yeah.
Avalanche seem to be doing a lot of team building activities, like running the steps at Red Rocks.
I saw McCarr
And
do some
Top
mulching.
Golf.
Everyone's at Red Rocks.
But
Oh,
they
some
are
mulch?
all about the
Toss
mulching
Instagram
the
and
car.
all about
Yeah.
like they're doing like a lot of community outreach and
That's
team
great.
building activities, which seems cool.
Maybe they want more fans to like get even louder.
Yeah.
this
They
next
got a
season.
taste of how loud Colorado fans can be, and they're like, we got to keep them in love with us.
I know. It's been like 10 years since Avalanche fans have been excited
For
about the
sure.
Avalanche.
Yep. So, yeah.
And they had the draft
Watching
last
them on.
week.
I
Two
don't-
first-round picks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a defenseman and a
Yeah,
center.
Bowen. Yeah, which they got. I mean, I didn't know anything about him because I didn't think we would take a defenseman, but he was the best defenseman in the draft.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Cool.
Well, apparently, like with him and McCarr, like we're gonna have a pretty deep
one with
defensive line.
Connor Timmins and Gerard too.
Yeah.
Like you have your four defense. I mean, contracts are going to be an issue eventually. But for the next,
Well, yeah, Rantanen's gonna get paid.
Yeah.
McKinnon's gonna get paid.
because for the next, 3, 4, 5 years, like they're going to have their top 4 defensemen just locked down, and they're all young guys. So
Now we need to find a goalie.
I know.
Unless Grubauer is
Oof.
that goalie.
I think he is.
You think he is?
I think he is.
I think he is too.
He showed up in the playoffs.
He did. But if he can, I mean,
I'm all about that group.
I guess yeah, like his seasonal save percentage was like right at 90.
Yeah.
If he could bump
Just
it to
average.
like,
I know.
like 93.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
man.
asking a lot.
I
That's
wish he did
Stanley
the
Cup,
Canadian
man.
space.
That's
Oh
Stanley
yeah.
Cup.
Oh yeah. If you get to like 91.5, I'd be happy. 93 would be
I know 3 percentage
amazing.
points is a lot.
It is.
Yes.
I mean, that's
But
that's a goal
I mean,
a game,
well,
basically.
Like that's probably add 5 or 6 shutouts. That's not asking too much.
I know. One, it's weird that goalies don't get drafted high with how
Right?
important they are. Like, you never see a goalie getting drafted in the top 10.
Well, unless they're like, because any goalie that's gonna get drafted that high is like team changing.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's gonna be good and he's gonna stay good. Like goalies don't get hurt very often. Like, do they take some hits and stuff like that from people crashing into the crease? Sure, but for
Yeah.
the most part, like it's a pretty low risk for substantial injury position on the ice. So it's like if we know that this 19-year-old kid's gonna have a 90% save percentage right out the gate. Yeah,
We never
draft
know that.
him.
That's the thing.
Draft him.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Because, like, you can, like, with the players on the ice, like defensemen and forwards, like, you can, time their speed and, like, you can actually see their skill. But with
But, like-
goalies, like, you don't know how they're going to perform.
That's true. I guess as far as taking that next step to the
It's
pros.
hard to,
But,
like, it's hard to do a combine with goalies, you know?
I don't know. Well, there's the Philip Larson. That's who I'm thinking of. The Red Wings goalie. This kid's 19 years old, and they've had him locked down. I think they drafted him last year, but he's supposed to be like
The next big thing.
The chosen
Yeah.
one.
the expectation is you have 90% save percentage
Wow.
right out the gate.
That's insane.
And he was the best goalie that was available or like in the draft. So I can't remember where he was drafted, but it was definitely first round,
Okay.
top 10 or 15.
Yeah.
And when you're going that point in the draft, that expectation is there that
Oh, yeah.
you are changing. And we know the Wings have not been what they used to be, like especially not in the 90s and early 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, they're thirsty for something that's going to change their trajectory a little bit.
So are we.
Yeah, well,
I don't think
like
we're quite as
goaltending
thirsty
is the
as
only
we're
question mark.
playoffs.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. The Wings were in the playoffs like 2 years ago.
yeah.
It's weird. Like hockey, just it shifts so quickly. Like teams become irrelevant so quickly.
That's true. And then come out of the woodworks, and all of a sudden we're supposed to
Yeah.
know everything about them.
One with the Avs drafting the best defenseman in the draft, and then getting somebody who's considered a high-end center or second line center with their second first-round pick. Like, they seem pretty set with their actual skaters. It's the goaltending that's going to be the biggest question. And we're expecting Grubauer to be that guy.
I think
got it.
he is.
He was in the playoffs.
He is.
So I'm hopeful.
But it took him
He is.
all season to get to that point.
I know. Because he was pretty bad
Melissa,
for a couple months.
are you Game 5 sure or Philip Lindsay sure?
Oh, that's the scale I'm gonna use for the rest of my life. Probably a little more Game 5 sure than I am Philip Lindsay sure. But
All right.
I figure we'll probably get into some more Broncos stuff next podcast, talking about what we expect from this season. The commentary on the local and national level is so vastly all over the board. It's very apparent no one has a freaking clue what the Broncos are going to look like this next season. But I feel like that is another topic for another podcast.
It's going to be fun. We'll have to do our predictions.
We will have to
sometime
do our
soon.
predictions. We will have to do who we think will be breakout player.
You can't choose Philip Lindsay again.
We did that what? Just yeah.
We did it in July. We did it July 2nd last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right when like summer camp's going.
Yep.
Yeah.
I only
Okay.
remember because I bragged.
Alright.
I use that constantly. On July 2nd, 2018, I said Philip Lindsay was going to be an epic badass of wonder. I was right.
Yes, you are.
Any closing thoughts, remarks, feedback?
Yeah.
I picked Will Parks as my breakout last year.
I predict the Rockies are going to take the division this year.
Oh my gosh.
You better put that bet in.
That is like the boldest of the boldest predictions.
I don't think you can even find that bet.
Probably not.
It's not going to happen. But it's fun to dream, right?
It
Okay,
is fun
I'll-
to dream.
okay.
Like, it could happen.
I'll make a bold prediction that the Rockies will win exactly 88 games.
Oh, no 90 wins this year?
I will say 89.
Okay.
Just
Trying
to
to
one-up
one-up
you.
me.
Literally, simply to one-up
I'll take
you.
90 if you take 91.
I'll take 91 with Freeland back in a month
Oh,
Oh,
ooh,
in exactly 1 month?
intriguing.
by the end of July.
Okay.
All right. Well, we will have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully it won't
Dun,
take
dun,
us another
dun.
2 months to figure
No,
out.
it will not. It will not. It will not. I don't know if we'll ever be back to weekly, but it will not be 2 months.
Fair enough.
We haven't actually
5 months
discussed
of
this or
podcasts.
decided, but we will let you know. Thank
we
you
post.
guys so very much for tuning in. As always, we appreciate it. And have a good one.
Laters.
Peace.
Bye.